All right, so today we're going deep on Hatsune Miku.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a fun one.
It really is.
So Hatsune Miku, virtual pop star from Japan.
Yeah.
Selling out these massive concerts worldwide.
Crazy.
Collaborating with big name artists like Lady Gaga.
It's wild.
But here's the thing.
That's right.
She's not exactly flesh and blood.
Nope.
We're talking holograms, high-tech wizardry, all that.
It really pushes the boundaries of what we think of as a performer or a pop star.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this deep dive so fascinating.
For sure.
She's not just some pre-programmed avatar.
No, not at all.
Her popularity runs much deeper.
Way deeper.
It's reshaping how artists and fans connect.
Yeah, it really is a new kind of relationship.
Okay, so for those who might be a little, out of the loop.
Sure.
How does a virtual pop star even work?
Well, it all starts with Vocaloid,
Okay.
which is essentially software that synthesizes singing voices.
Synthesizes. So it
It creates singing voices from scratch. Think of it like, super advanced auto-tune. But instead of just correcting pitch,
yeah.
it creates entire vocal tracks.
So like a digital singer in your computer.
Exactly.
That's wild.
And Hatsune Miku is one of the most popular Vocaloids out there.
Oh, for sure.
Her voice bank was developed by Krypton Future Media
Okay.
back in 2007.
Okay.
It wasn't their first one,
Oh, really?
but it quickly became a global phenomenon.
Wow.
I mean, what sets Miku apart is the quality and versatility of her voice bank.
Interesting.
It's incredibly expressive, conveys a wide range of emotion,
Yeah.
and it's been meticulously crafted to sound incredibly natural.
It's crazy to think it's all software.
I know, right?
But Miku's obviously more than just a voice.
Oh, yes.
She's got like this whole persona.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Krypton Future Media, they didn't just create a voice synthesizer.
No, they went way beyond
They
that.
envisioned her as this virtual idol.
Exactly. Complete with the distinctive look, those turquoise twin tails.
Right.
Iconic.
Yeah, and a whole backstory.
Right.
Her name even translates to the first sound of the future,
Mm-hmm. The first sound of the future.
which kind of hints at the impact she's had,
Oh, you jumped.
on music and technology.
Definitely.
So tell me more about this backstory.
All right, so it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Miku is presented as an android from the future,
Okay.
a future where music has been lost,
Oh, wow.
and she's the one who brings it back to humanity.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah, right. This narrative, combined with her unique design and voice,
Yeah.
really resonated with fans.
I can see why.
Yeah.
It captures the imagination for sure.
For sure.
But her popularity goes way beyond just a cool concept. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we're talking sold out 3D concerts
Huge concert.
for a hologram.
Crazy.
So what is it about Miku that's drawn this massive global following?
Well, it's a combination of factors.
Okay.
You've got the appealing design, the top-notch voice bank, and Krypton's really savvy marketing.
Yeah.
But the secret sauce, I think. The thing that really sets her apart is her open source nature.
Open source. You mean like anyone can use her voice to make music?
Precisely.
Wow.
Krypton actually encourages fans to create and share their own songs using Miku's voice bank.
Wow. So it's like a giant collaborative music project.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And it's resulted in this explosion of creativity.
I bet.
There are over 100,000 songs attributed to her, spanning everything from pop and rock to electronica and even classical music.
No way.
It's mind-boggling.
So Krypton's cool with all this fan-generated content.
They are.
No copyright issues or anything.
They embrace it.
Really?
They understand that this collaborative spirit is at the heart of Miku's success.
Yeah.
It's what keeps her relevant and constantly evolving.
So it's like this reciprocal relationship. The fans fuel her creativity
Her popularity.
and popularity.
Exactly.
That's so different from like the typical pop star dynamic.
It really is a new paradigm.
Yeah, for sure.
It's led to some really interesting consequences, too.
Like what?
Well, for one, it's completely democratized music creation.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone with a computer and some basic musical knowledge
Yeah.
can become a producer, write a song for Miku, and share it with the world.
So in a way, she's not just a pop star. She's a platform for aspiring musicians.
You could say that, yeah.
That's so cool.
And she's also a cultural phenomenon.
Right.
Her popularity started in Japan,
Okay.
but it quickly spread globally,
I can see that.
thanks in part to early fan activity on Nikoduga.
What's that?
It's like the Japanese YouTube.
Gotcha.
So her early fans were sharing her music, creating content online.
Okay, so building buzz online.
Exactly. And this online buzz translated into real-world success when Miku took the stage.
Yeah, the concert.
Holographically, that is.
Right.
Her first live concert was in 2009.
Wow.
It was a game changer.
I bet.
People were blown away that a virtual character could command a stage
Yeah.
and deliver a captivating performance.
That's awesome.
And from there, it was sold-out shows worldwide, a global tour called Miku Expo.
Yeah, Miku Expo.
She's a global phenomenon.
For sure.
It's a testament to the power of technology
Yeah.
and the enduring human fascination with pushing creative boundaries.
Absolutely.
But Miku's impact goes way beyond music.
Oh, really?
She's collaborated with real-world artists, appeared in video games, even inspired fashion lines.
Wait, like actual collaborations with flesh and blood artists?
Oh, yeah.
Who are we talking about here?
Oh, the list is pretty impressive.
Okay.
Lady Gaga, Pharrell Williams, Anna Monoguchi, Big Boy of Outkast.
No way.
She even worked with the Japanese rock band Bump of Chicken.
Wow.
And that collaboration was particularly groundbreaking. They used this incredible real-time motion capture technology.
Wow.
So Miku could actually perform alongside the band members on stage.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't pre-recorded or edited in post-production.
So it was live.
It was a live performance with Miku projected onto a screen,
Okay.
interacting with the band in real time.
Hold on. So it was like she was actually there jamming with the band.
Pretty much. Yeah, I gotta see this.
It's pretty amazing to watch.
I
It really blurred the lines between the physical and virtual worlds.
Yeah.
And it sparked a lot of conversations about the future of live music.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, like, if a virtual idol can perform live with a real band, what other possibilities are out there?
Totally.
It's almost like she's transcending the limitations of being a digital creation.
And that seems to be a recurring theme in Miku's story.
Yeah.
She's constantly pushing boundaries and challenging our preconceived notions about what entertainment can be.
For sure. So we've talked about her music, her concerts, her collaborations. I'm curious about the fans themselves.
Yeah.
What's it like to be part of the Miku fandom?
The Miku fandom is a fascinating beast.
I bet.
It's this incredibly diverse and passionate global community that transcends language and cultural barriers.
That's amazing.
And what unites them is this shared love for Miku and the music she inspires. So it's not just about listening to her music, it's about actively participating in her world.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And that participation takes many forms.
Okay.
Fans create and share art music videos, even cosplay.
Wow.
They organize meetups and events both online and offline.
So it's like a really active community.
It's a vibrant and supportive space where people can express themselves creatively and connect with others who share their passion.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So it sounds like a really welcoming and inclusive community.
It is.
But what about the relationship between Miku and her fans? It's obviously not your typical artist-fan dynamic, right?
Not at all.
It seems way more participatory.
Yeah, it is.
Like fans feel like they have a real stake in Miku's success
Right.
because they play such an active role in shaping her identity and her music.
And Krypton Future Media, to their credit, they actually listen to fan feedback
Oh, wow.
and they incorporate it into their creative decisions.
So it's more of a collaborative partnership than a one-way street.
Precisely. It's like this massive ongoing art project
Yeah.
where everyone can contribute.
And that must be incredibly rewarding for both the fans and the creators.
I think so, yeah.
Makes you wonder if this is the future of fandom. This more interactive, collaborative approach.
It's certainly a possibility.
Yeah.
And Miku is a pioneer in this space.
Yeah, but she's also been a source of some controversy over the years.
That's true.
Oh, really? Tell me more about that. What kind of controversies?
Well, some of it stems from the fact that she's a virtual entity
Okay.
existing in a physical world. For example, back in 2012, there was this incident at the Sapporo Snow Festival.
Okay.
An ice sculpture of Miku collapsed and injured a visitor.
Oh, no. That's awful.
It was a very unfortunate incident.
Yeah.
And it highlighted the challenges of bringing virtual characters into the physical realm.
Yeah, you don't really think about that.
Right.
Until something like that happens.
And then there are some who feel uncomfortable with the level of devotion some fans have for her.
Oh, really? Like they take it too far?
Some might say so.
Okay.
There was a case where a man held a wedding ceremony with a Miku hologram.
Wow. Okay. I mean, it's not my cup of tea,
Right.
but I can see how some people might find that unsettling.
It raises questions about the nature of virtual relationships
Yeah.
and the blurring lines between reality and fantasy.
It's definitely a complex issue with no easy answers.
And it's just one example of the many ways in which Miku's existence challenges our traditional understanding of fandom identity and the nature of performance.
It sounds like she sparked a lot of important conversations.
She has.
About technology, culture, even our own humanity.
Definitely, it's a testament to her enduring impact.
But despite the controversies, Miku's popularity continues to grow.
It does.
And she's constantly evolving.
She is.
Speaking of evolution, you mentioned earlier that Miku was moving away from the Vocaloid engine.
Right.
What's the deal with that?
So Miku has been using Yamaha's Vocaloid engine for years. But recently, Krypton Future Media made the decision to transition her to their own proprietary software, Piepro Studio.
So why the switch? What does Piepro Studio offer that Vocaloid doesn't?
It's all about control and creative freedom.
Okay.
By developing their own software, Krypton Future Media has more flexibility
Gotcha.
to experiment with Miku's voice bank and explore new technological possibilities.
So they're not limited by the constraints of the Vocaloid engine anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a strategic move to ensure Miku's continued growth and innovation.
Precisely. And it aligns with Krypton's vision for Miku's future.
Okay.
They're not content with simply resting on their laurels.
Yeah.
They want to push the boundaries of what a virtual pop star can be.
That's awesome. And what does that future look like? What are they planning for Miku?
Well, one of the most exciting developments is the anticipated release of Hatsune Miku V6 AI.
Ooh, V6 AI. Tell me more.
This new version of her voice bank will be compatible with the latest AI voice synthesis technology,
Oh, okay.
which will allow for even greater expressiveness and realism.
Wow. AI-powered Miku. Yeah. That sounds pretty mind-blowing. What kind of impact could that have on her music and performances?
It's hard to say for sure, but the possibilities are endless.
I bet.
With AI, Miku's voice could become even more nuanced and emotive. Imagine her singing in different languages,
Wow.
adapting her vocal style to different genres,
Yeah.
or even improvising melodies in real time.
It's like she's becoming more human in a way.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Or at least more capable of mimicking human creativity.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It does blur the lines between what's artificial and what's authentic.
And it raises some pretty profound questions about the future of art and entertainment.
Yeah.
If a virtual idol can create music that's just as moving and expressive as a human artist, what does that mean for the role of human creativity?
Those are questions we'll have to grapple with as technology continues to advance, but one thing's for sure.
What's that?
Miku is at the forefront of this technological and cultural shift,
Absolutely.
and her story is far from over.
I'm curious, aside from the music and the technology, what is it about Miku that you find most fascinating?
You know, it's the way she's captured the imaginations of so many people around the world.
Yeah.
She's become this symbol of hope, creativity, and the boundless possibilities of technology.
It's true. There's something incredibly optimistic about her story.
Yeah.
It's like a reminder that even in a digital age, human connection and creativity can still thrive.
And that those connections can transcend physical boundaries and cultural differences.
Well said. But I have to ask, are there any downsides to this whole virtual idol phenomenon?
That's a good question.
I mean, it all sounds pretty amazing.
It is.
But is there anything we should be wary of?
I think it's important to be mindful of the potential for exploitation,
Okay.
both of the fans and of the virtual idols themselves.
What do you mean by that?
Well, on the fan side, there's always the risk of companies taking advantage of fans' loyalty and passion.
Yeah.
We've already seen instances of expensive merchandise and exclusive content being marketed heavily to devoted fans.
Yeah, I can see that.
And on the virtual idol side, there's the ethical question of whether it's right to profit
Yeah.
from a digital creation that doesn't have any agency or control over its own image.
That's a valid concern. It's like, who really owns a virtual idol?
Right.
And who gets to decide how their image and likeness are used?
Exactly. Those are complex issues that we need to be having conversations about.
For sure.
But I think it's also important to acknowledge the positive aspects of this phenomenon.
Right. Like we've been saying, Miku has fostered incredible creativity and connection among her fans.
And she's pushed the boundaries of what's possible in music and entertainment.
Yeah.
She's shown us that technology can be a powerful tool for bringing people together and inspiring new forms of creative expression.
It's a fascinating and complex story.
It is.
From her humble beginnings as a voice synthesizer to her rise as a global pop icon, Miku has challenged our assumptions about what it means to be a fan, an artist, even a human being in a digital age.
It's a story that's still being written,
Yeah.
and it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here.
I have a feeling we'll be talking about Hatsune Miku for many years to come.
Me too.
But before we wrap up, I wanted to get your thoughts on something.
Okay.
We've been discussing Miku's impact on music and technology.
Right.
But what about her cultural significance? What does she represent in a broader sense?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think Miku represents a lot of things to different people.
Okay.
To some, she's a symbol of Japanese pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
To others, she's an emblem of technological innovation.
Yeah.
But I think on a deeper level, she represents the power of imagination
Okay.
and the human desire to connect with something larger than ourselves.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Thank you.
It's like she embodies this sense of hope and possibility.
Exactly. In a world that can often feel divided and uncertain, Miku offers a glimpse of a future where technology and creativity can come together to create something truly magical.
It's inspiring, really, and it makes me think about the potential of virtual idols to not only entertain, but to also connect people across cultures and inspire positive change in the world.
I think that potential is definitely there.
Yeah.
It all comes down to how we choose to use this technology,
Right.
and what stories we choose to tell with it.
It sounds like we've reached a pivotal moment in the evolution of entertainment and technology.
I think so.
And Miku is leading the charge, showing us what's possible when we embrace creativity, collaboration, and the power of imagination.
She's a reminder that the future is what we make it,
Yeah.
and that sometimes the most groundbreaking innovations come from the most unexpected places.
I think that's a perfect note to end on.
It is.
But before we sign off, I have one last question for you.
Okay, shoot.
If you could create your own virtual persona, what would it be like? What impact would you want it to have on the world?
That's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
Let me think about that for a second.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, I think I'd want to create a virtual persona that embodies compassion
Okay.
and understanding.
Compassion and understanding.
Yeah, someone who could help bridge divides
Okay.
and foster empathy between people from different backgrounds.
That's a really noble goal.
Thanks.
It's like using technology to promote positive social change.
Exactly. Imagine a virtual persona that could facilitate conversations about difficult topics, challenge prejudices, and help people see the world from different perspectives.
It's like a digital ambassador for empathy.
Yeah, something like that.
I love it.
And it wouldn't just be about promoting understanding between people.
Oh, okay.
It could also be about fostering a deeper connection with the natural world,
Oh, wow.
encouraging environmental awareness,
Yeah.
promoting sustainable living.
So it's about using technology to make the world a better place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's where the true potential of virtual personas lies.
Yeah,
It's not just about entertainment.
right.
It's about using these digital creations to inspire positive change and make a meaningful impact on the world.
It's a powerful idea.
It is.
And it makes me think about Miku in a new light.
Yeah.
I mean, she's brought so much joy and creativity to millions of people around the world.
She has.
Who's to say that other virtual personas couldn't do the same for other causes?
Exactly. It's about harnessing the power of these digital creations for good. And I think we're only just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Well, folks, it looks like we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of Hatsune Miku.
It has been a journey.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
For sure.
We've explored her origins, her rise to fame, her impact on music and technology,
Yeah.
even the ethical questions she raises.
It's been a fascinating exploration.
It really has.
And I think we've only just begun to understand the full scope of Miku's influence.
She's a reminder that the future is full of possibilities
It is.
and that technology can be a powerful force for creativity, connection, and even social change.
And that even in a digital age, it's human imagination and ingenuity that truly drive innovation.
I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I agree.
So to our listener, we encourage you to continue exploring the world of virtual idols
Yeah,
and the impact they're having on our culture and society.
definitely.
It's a constantly evolving landscape, and there's always something new to discover.
Always.
And who knows, maybe you'll be inspired to create your own virtual persona
Maybe
and use it to make a positive impact on the world.
it could happen.
That's all for this episode of The Deep Dive.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep exploring.